Virat Kohli now has the second most ODI hundreds for India after he drew level with Sourav Ganguly's 22 tons. Sachin Tendulkar holds the world record with 49 centuries. Virat Kohli, who had been dismissed for 4 successive scores in single digits for the first time in his brilliant ODI career before the World Cup, slammed a 22nd hundred, drawing level with former India captain and opener Sourav Ganguly. Kohli now has the second most hundreds in ODIs by an Indian. Sachin Tendulkar, who scored 49 hundreds in his 24-year-old career, is still way ahead of the international pack. Kohli took only 119 balls to reach his 4th international 100 at the Adelaide Oval. 3 of them have been scored in Test cricket. Kohli is now only the first non-Australian to achieve the feat at the iconic venue. More importantly, Kohli became the first Indian to score 100 versus Pakistan in World Cups. The previous highest was Tendulkar's 98 in South Africa during the 2003 World Cup. Kohli had been in the form of his life in the Test series versus Australia, hammering 400s in 4 matches, but his run-scoring ability took a sharp dip once the tie series started, and it raised a lot of concern for Mahendra Singh Dhoni's men. To make matters worse for the Delhi Dasher, Kohli was shuffled down to number 4 in a bid to be protected against the new ball in case of an early wicket. There were several questions asked about the move, but certain former players and captains defended the tactics. However, Kohli batted in his familiar number 3 slot against Australia and Afghanistan in the World Cup warm-up matches, and it was no surprise when Dhoni's deputy walked in to bat at one drop when Rohit Sharma perished to Sohail Khan. Once he was out in the middle, there was no looking back. Kohli was not looking back at his abysmal form, and nor was he thinking of the poor shots he had played down under so far. Despite lack of runs in the lead up to India's title defense, Kohli looked confident and was not scared of taking on Pakistan's most dangerous strike force, Mohammad Irfan. Sanjay Banga, the assistant coach of the Indian team, devised a unique throwdown session for Virat Kohli, using 2 small benches during the practice sessions before the Pakistan match. The idea behind the innovation was to get well equipped to counter the threat the 7 feet tall Pakistani batsman Mohammad Irfan could pose. The logic behind such a practice is to get an idea of steep bounce that Irfan might generate from just shot of good length. Kohli, who spent maximum time at the nets and batted more than an hour in the 2 nets put together. In recent years, Indian team have devised unique ways of training, and it was no different this time around, with the side employing a unique 2-bench theory to counter the pace and bounce of Pakistani bowlers in his World Cup opener. Both Duncan Fletcher and team director Ravi Shastri kept a close eye as Kohli batted with all concentration in the world.